Ding dong YouTube, welcome back to the channel. I'm the Jobless Coder, and it is the 32nd day update of the events in my life following the fire on the 3rd of July that destroyed my home. And so, today is now Friday, and I've gotten my schedule over the next week. I believe I'm getting either Monday or Tuesday off, and I plan to head into Lake Louise to pick up some mail that I have. And as well, they're going to be moving out all of the donations and putting them to like a donation center from the Six Mark Lounge at the ski resort on the 9th. So I'm hoping to get up there before that time. One last chance to check it out, see if there's anything that catches my eye, a shirt or something, pick up some extra soaps. And then that'll be my plan over the next week here. So in terms of the updates from today, this video isn't going to be very long because there isn't much that I have to report. There was a meeting today for the internationals. I was not a part of that, obviously, because that doesn't impact me. From what I was told, they were given checks for $250 to replace their visas. And from what I heard, some people who didn't lose their visas got the money. So hey, more money to everyone to help replace whatever it is that they have lost. And so it sounds like if you were an international, you got that money today, regardless of whether or not you actually needed it to replace your visa. I'm not entirely sure, though, because that is what I'm being told and what I've heard from third-party sources. So currently, I'm not in a particularly good mood because there was information that has been posted for well over a week now about the Ambassador Pass program here in Banff. Hey, good, I'm just filming a video. So the Ambassador Pass program in Banff, if you're not familiar with that, you go to this seminar in Banff and you do this like hour-long seminar and learn about the stuff happening in the area of Banff, and I don't know exactly what it entails, but as a result of that, you get this coupon booklet that has a bunch of different coupons in it for things. And I wasn't sure what these coupons were, but some of my colleagues here at the resort, they went and did the canoes in Lake Louise the other day. And I said, oh, you paid for an hour because it costs like $150 an hour. And they said, no, we did it for free. And I said, huh? How did you do it for free? Well, it turns out that the Ambassador Pass program has some coupons in there to do it for free. Now, that would be something really cool that I would love to partake in sometime this summer. Go up to Lake Louise and get an hour session in the canoe for free by doing this Ambassador Pass program. So they are hosting this seminar tomorrow night on the 5th of August at the Six Mark Lounge, and I was emailing the person who was responsible for the events for that and asking about bus transportation back to Sunshine, and she specifically told me that there was not going to be a bus back to Sunshine. And then tonight on the Facebook page, I find out that there is in fact a bus back to Sunshine, and all the details are posted tonight. There was no mention of a bus transporting back to Sunshine. We were basically told that anyone from Sunshine here would have to arrange their own transportation. Well, now it's too late for me to partake in this because I'm working tomorrow. And unlike Ski Louise, where the resort shuts down at 4:30, and then most operations are closed up by 6 o'clock, and anyone that is still employed there can then go to the seminar at 6 o'clock to get this Ambassador Pass program and then get the bus back at 7 to Sunshine Village. I can't partake in that now. Had I been properly informed days ago, I could have requested the time off of work to go and do this, but being told the night before that there is transportation, I can't get the day off on that short of a notice to go and do this Ambassador Pass program. So it wasn't stated to me in the email specifically that there wasn't transportation for me, but I had responded, and that was like 4 or 5 days ago. I got no response. They just flat out ignored me. So option one, potentially, is that what they meant was that there was no transportation for me because I'm not an employee. Option two is that there wasn't initially transportation because of poor planning or whatever, and then they arranged transportation, and by the time they got the details of that transportation, it was already too late. I'm hoping it is the former, I am really hoping that it is the former, given that this information is being posted in the victims chat for the Facebook group. This is not a chat for employees of the ski resort. This is a chat for victims of the fire, and I still count, even though I'm not employed there. So I hope that it is the former, that it's just poor planning, and it was too late, too little, too late for the information to come out, and not that it was the potential other option, which is that, well, I am not allowed on the bus because I'm not an employee, because that would just seem like a big slap in the face to me if that is the case. So I'm not going to make any judgments. I'm just stating the facts as they are, and I can let the viewers decide what they think of the situation, but I'm not in a particularly good mood, because the other alternative to doing this Ambassador Pass program is to do it in Banff. They do the seminars like every week or every other week, and so I can go into Banff and do that, but the problem is they run from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., and the final bus back to Sunshine Village is at 5:20. So if you're not on that 5:20 bus, there's literally no way to get back here. The only option to get back here is either to rent a taxi for 23 kilometers, which I had a friend check, that's going to cost like over $100 to rent a taxi, or you're walking 23 kilometers in the middle of the night. Those are the only two options. Now, I don't know if there is another third option, a way to get back here. I mean, obviously, if you have a vehicle, you can just go and do that, but I don't have a vehicle. So now it feels like I'm being left out, because I'm going to have to wait until I've saved enough money to buy a vehicle before I can essentially go and do anything. It's not like I can go to... Oh my god, everyone here is so loud. I'm just gonna move over here where there aren't people yelling in the background. Okay, let's try that again. So, the only other option to doing this Ambassador Pass program is to do it in Banff, which requires transportation back here. And so my options are, I can either walk 23 kilometers in the middle of the night, or I can wait 6 months until I've saved enough money to buy a car, and then I can have the freedom to go and do that. But the problem with living at Sunshine Village, which I knew this before I got the job here, because I've been living here for a full month since the fire, is the transportation is just not great. The final bus is at 5:20, and you look at the movie theater, most of the movies don't start until 3:30 or 5 o'clock. So you watch a 2-hour movie or a 3-hour movie, you're not getting out of the movie theater until like several hours after the final bus has already departed. So, well, you can't go and see a movie if you want to do that. If you want to go to a club or party or whatever late in Banff and then come back here, well, you can't do that unless you have a vehicle and a way to get back. So now it just feels, like I'm being left out, and it may not be intentional. It could just be a matter of circumstance, but it would really suck if that was intentional, because I want to do this Ambassador Pass program. I'd like to get these coupons so I can go and ride in the canoes for free, but that might have to be something that I just wait and put on the list for next summer of things to do. If I can get a vehicle in January or February after saving up enough money, then I can have that freedom to go and see a movie and then drive back here to the base and get a ride up the mountain. You can get a ride up to the top of the mountain from the base, the security people. The problem is getting to the base, because the public transportation system here is pretty shit, actually. So that's about where it stands right now. That's about all I have to say on the matter, is that I am not particularly thrilled right now with the circumstance. But whatever, it is what it is, and if I have to wait till next summer to do these canoes, then that's the way it's going to be, I guess. So I'm going to end the video, and I want to thank everyone for watching and continuing to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to share the video out with your friends. And until then, I'll see you in tomorrow's update. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.